The series began with our hero Rami, who had just moved to the city and was very excited because he was going to meet his childhood friends whom he had not seen since middle school because he traveled with his family and they decided that they would return because he was now in the third year of high school and needed to be near the school to not waste any time so that he could be devoted to studying. So they moved all his things to the city, and as he was unloading his things from the car, he fell on the ground and his personality appeared as a clumsy, foolish kid. So he went down to collect them quickly, and his friend Kusam saw him and went down to collect his things with him. And by chance, a beautiful girl passed by, and the moment he saw her, he was shocked by her beauty, so she helped him and collected the papers from the ground and gave them to him, but he was not focused on anything other than her and could not believe that the girl of his dreams passed in front of him. So he looked at the drawings from when he was a child, and he found that she looked exactly like his drawings and said, "That is the mother of my children and the one I will complete my life with." And he got very excited to know her name, but unfortunately he did not know where she lived to even know her name. But luckily for him, when he got on the bus, he was shocked when he realized that. He forgot his wallet at home, so the driver had to kick him off the bus, but suddenly appeared the beautiful girl again, and she helped him and paid the fare for him, and she was wearing the same uniform as his school. And from his joy, he could not believe himself and did not know what to do or how to thank her or if she might get annoyed with him and hate him from the start, so he remained silent and just looked at her. And when he arrived at the school, he learned that she was with him in the same class and also learned that her name was Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo. So he gathered his friends, Sam and Kento, and told them, "Your brother is finally going to complete half his faith, as I finally saw the girl of my dreams and I want to date her." So Kento got excited and asked him, "But who is the lucky one?" So Sam told him, "Who is lucky? You mean the unlucky one? Who is this? Who would accept you, my son, with your clumsy, foolish personality?" So he told them, "Guys, the girl of my dreams is named Yo-Yo and we will get married." So Sam was surprised like that and told him, "Do what you want," while Kento got excited and said, "I am with you and will help you confess your love to her too." But at that time, Rami kept after Sam until he finally agreed to help him too and told him the first thing you must do to get close to her is to get to know her and introduce yourself to her. And naturally, Rami seized the opportunity. Since she paid money for him on the bus, he went to give it to her. So he waited for her until they finished and went after her to give her the money. But she ignored him and did not reply to him and left him and went with her friends and treated him as if he did not exist at all from the start, while Yo-Yo went to tell her friends Mimi and Shushu and told them that there was a weird retarded guy who kept looking at me and watching me everywhere. So they got annoyed for the sake of their friend and looked for the despicable person she was talking about. And when they saw Rami looking at her and staring, they both went to fight with him and asked him, "Who are you? And why do you want our friend?" So he told them, "I like her." And they said, like, "Whom I love, go play far away, smart boy. You are not her favorite type and she would never date someone like you anyway. And in the end, after all this patience, she would date you, or what did she go blind?" So they fought with him, but Yo-Yo felt pity. So she intervened and took the transport fare from him, and Rami seized the opportunity and told her that he wanted to be her friend, but she refused. And his friends were afraid he would mess things up, so they took him from in front of her and walked away. But he did not surrender, nor know the meaning of surrender, and kept chasing her in every place and brought her the things she loved in the hope that she would like him, or maybe then she would agree that they become friends. And he even composed a song especially for her and said to her, "Yo-Yo, oh Yo-Yo, a thieving dog Yo-Yo, oh Yo-Yo, snatch the bite from in front of me. Yo-Yo, oh Yo-Yo, do not leave me alone, suffering." But she reached her limit with the stupidity and told him, "If you do not stop what you're doing, Yo-Yo, oh Yo-Yo will break the bones of your face." But he still did not surrender and was with her until the last breath of his life. And if she was annoyed because he watched her, then okay, he would not watch her again and would not bother her at all, but at least do not deprive me of seeing you. And at that time, her friends felt that he was truly clumsy, but it was clear he loved her from his heart. So they spoke with him and told him that they would try to make her give him a chance, but she refused. And amidst their talk, they discovered that it was raining. So they went to get their umbrellas and leave, but his friends were sons of players and stole the umbrellas to put Yo-Yo on the spot, and she was forced to stand with Rami, and he asked her, "Do you want a ride or not?" "No. It looks like you want to stand in the rain and air and you cannot see. Oh my goodness. It is a total mess and I will never get under one umbrella with you." So he told her, "I am ready to challenge difficulties. Climb mountains, go underwater, and swim in fire." But she said, "Look, it is impossible," and took her bag and put it on her head and escaped from him quickly, while his friends felt sorry for the state of their friend. So they returned the umbrellas again to the girls. At that same time, Yo-Yo was literally getting soaked, and Rami felt guilty and that he went too far, so he went to give her her the umbrella and apologized to her because he was chasing her and told her to take it and he would manage so she could go. Now, and there was no problem, and he walked under the rain, so at that time she reached her limit with him and threw his umbrella to him and told him to get off her and did not care and took her bag and ran away. But he kept after her and took the umbrella and walked her to the house, but she discovered that she lost her key, so she called her sister, but unfortunately her mobile died and now she was forced to wait in cold. So Rami felt bad and got annoyed for her sake and asked her where her key was, and she told him that it probably fell from her while she was putting the bag on her head. So he told her, okay, wait for me here, and went to look for it until he was able to reach it after suffering. And when he returned, she found his clothes were all ruined and he looked messed up to the max, and it was clear that he got tired to find it. So at that time she felt pity for him and finally decided to help him and told him that she had a change of clothes inside that he could use until he left, because if he stayed like that, he would get sick more than he was already tired. And Rami flew with joy and could not believe himself that he finally entered the house of the girl of his dream, and spoke with her too. Other than that, for the first time, she called him by his name and said Rami, and he left her house. And at that time, her sister Emmy arrived and asked her who the young man was and what brought him, because she knew their sister had a cold personality and would never, meaning it would never happen one day that a young man would be present with her. So how did he enter? A thief. But Yo-Yo told her no, not nay. Thief, that is just my colleague at school, and he helped me to find my key. So I thought to let him in for that reason, and Yo-Yo told her no, it was a misunderstanding, nothing more, and not to worry. And when she opened her mobile, she found someone had filmed Rami while he was looking for the key and published the video, and people were saying, who is this lucky one whose lover sacrifices himself for her? And everyone was envying her for him, and suddenly she found herself smiling, but said to herself, smile for whom, wake up not him. In the end of time, whom I would date. But unfortunately, she still could not stop thinking about Rami, and he kept appearing to her everywhere. Other than that, Emmy asked her who that young man was who was coming out of her house yesterday, and if he was her lover or what. So she got tense and told her no. Of course, that's just my colleague in the school I told you, and there is nothing between us. Then she went to school and found Rami waiting for her early, and he told her that he washed her pullover, and she also let him know that she washed his clothes for him, and they both exchanged the things. And Rami brought her juice, and from her nervousness she drank it all, and then she left him and walked away while he remained sitting in the class thinking how he would confess his love to her. So when he learned that a festival would be held at the school, he decided to participate and make a song for her to confess to her in front of everyone, and he asked her that. They date and asked Sam to help him, but he told him that he was not participating in that stupidity because in the end she would refuse him. But he replied and told him, I'm sure she has feelings for me, even if small feelings, because last time she said to him, take care of yourself, baby, because I was going home. Can you imagine? She told me, take care of yourself. It is possible, yes. Right, that day the weather was cold and I was tired, so he was worried about me getting sick. His friend told him, my son, she only pitied you because you were running after her in the rain, but she does not like you or anything. My son, look to your future. Focus on your life. Focus on your studies and forget this stupid talk. So when he told him, enough, stop with the negative energy, and why did I even come to the most complicated one in the group? And he left him and went to Yo-Yo's friends, the first girl Mimi and the second So-So, and told them to be honest. I like your friend and she is giving me a hard time, so help me confess my love to her so we can date and you can break the bad luck of your group so each of you can date and live the best romantic love story. So they told him that it was a tempting offer and a concept also to be respected, and they would think about the subject while he went to play PlayStation after school and looked annoyed and sad. So the owner of the place named John, who was Rami's friend, came and they played together most of the time, and he asked him about what was annoying him, and he told him that he wanted to date. So he told him, why not date my son? And he replied, teach me. How, sir, as I see you every day with a different girl of every shape and color. But Sam told him, forget John, because he will drown you, as he is a ladies' man. And he decided to help him and asked him, what will they do? So he told him that they will help him and play music, and he is the one who will sing, and he will make a special song for Yo-Yo. He told him, the last time I sang to her, she told me, God, ruin your house, stay away from me. They told him, shame on you. This time is a respectable song. Last time you were singing trash. So he took them and went to the karaoke and showed them the lyrics of the song he wrote, and they knew what each one would do. And their friend Jimmy joined them too, and they knew what each one would do. They practiced the new song, and after they finished and went out, he was shocked when he found Yo-Yo and Mimi and Shushu coming to the karaoke too. And the moment Yo-Yo saw him, she told him, oh, disaster, what? My son brought you here. It looks like today I will not be spared from the headache. And she thought that he would come to chase her and follow her everywhere everywhere. But this time, he treated her in a very cold way and greeted her from afar and took himself and left. And at that time, she was shocked because she was used to him sticking to her. What happened, even her two friends could not believe it and asked her, who was that who passed us? Are you sure that was Rami? They told her meaning. Like this, he will not think of you anymore, nor run after you again, and you will return to being single and miserable and will not break the bad luck of this group. So she told them that she did not care, guys. I basically do not care. But the truth is, she remained sitting with them upset, annoyed, and unable to stop thinking, why did he ignore her and do that with her until comes. The festival day finally, and Yo-Yo attended. Suddenly, she found Rami going up on the stage telling them that he is singing this song especially for a special girl to confess his love to her today. And of course, she knew this talk was about her, and he began to sing, and the first thing he told them, love came to me, took me, and sent me. And of course, he started to embarrass her, and things were ruined with him, but he started finally to convey his feeling. But she felt embarrassed, and when the turn came to confess to her, she got very annoyed, especially when she went up on stage and everyone kept calling her name. They asked Rami to hug her, and at that time, Rami got close to her, but he did not hug her, so she got annoyed and thought that he did not love her and was doing all this for the show, so she got angry and left him and walked away. And it appeared that Yo-Yo basically had a complex because she was dating in her old school, and a bad reputation was spread about her, and that person left her after that, and she hated love forever. So when she went with her friends and they asked her what to do with him, she told them that she would not face him with anything, nor let him know the truth of my feelings, and that she did not want to date him because she felt pity towards him. And of course, Rami heard her and got very annoyed. And after that word, Rami took himself and entered a state of depression and no longer went out with his friends and remained all the time isolated. And even in class, he no longer chased her nor looked at her like before his friends reached their limit with him and got annoyed for him and told him she was not just a girl. So he told them, guys, you cannot understand, she is the first love in my life, and it looks like she was the last love at the same time. Yo-Yo's friends missed Rami completely and told her, you are wrong and supposed to go reconcile with him. She told them, do what for him? Is it not enough that he embarrassed me? But his friends went to her and told her, save us, the boy is getting lost from our hands. The boy is finished for a week, neither eating nor drinking, relying on solar energy. Save him, girl, before he is lost. And her friends indeed told her, oh Sheikh, they are right. He loves you and dies for you, meaning you will not find anyone like him to accept you with your flaws and your depression, and for once you must reconcile with him. And from their words, she was affected and felt truly that she went too far with Rami, although she did not see from him anything but good. So after she saw him after school and he went out and she was just going to speak with him, she found him waving to her and walking straight away so as not to cause her disturbance. But Yo-Yo this time was the one who went after him and took the bicycle and ran and apologized to him that she said that about him, and that frankly he was not pitiful. On the contrary, she liked him by her own will, and that when he puts something in his head he wants, he will achieve it. And from his joy, he could not believe her words and told her, are you really describing me? You came to reconcile with me? She told him yes and escaped quickly from in front of him. But he was shocked and was flying with joy, saying that from today he will not surrender and will stay after her until she likes him. And he walked her to the house, and at that time Emmy passed by and saw them and said, who is that boy? Is that boy behind you? Behind you? What is his relationship with my sister? And decided to investigate him, while Rami rejoiced from what happened and that Yo-Yo finally agreed to give him a chance. He brought his friends and told his friends, but they told him, what friends? My son, we want you to enter the new stage of dating. He told them, I will not date. I am not a small kid. I will enter the door from its house and marry her straight. Away, help me so I can propose to her. They were all shocked and told him, are you stupid? How will you propose to her, my son, while you haven't even graduated from high school? He told them, so what, my father gives me a big allowance and I will spend it on me and her. And he brought his diary and started writing his plans for them together. And that tech, when they date, what they will do and where they will go and what they will eat. Then he went to her friends and asked them to help him, but they all refused, and he was alone, not finding anyone to help him. But while walking, he met Amy by chance, and she asked him who he was. He told her, I am Yo-Yo's friend and want to confess my love to her, and showed her his diary where he wrote all his memories with her from the day he saw her until now, and he confessed to her that he loved her very much. So she decided that she would help him and stand by him, so he becomes her sister's husband and told him, I will help you today to confess your love, and he did not believe it and asked her what she would do. So she called Yo-Yo. She told her help, the house is burning, and she got shocked and took the group and went with her immediately, and Kento and Sam were with them, and they all arrived when she found the house safe with with nothing wrong and was surprised, asking what burned, but she found a strange thing as there were flowers everywhere. So she entered and was shocked by Rami in her face, confessing to her that he and Emmy played a prank on her to confess his love to her, and she saw him and decided to leave, saying, "What is this crap that you did?" But he went after her and told Asari, "We wanted to surprise you, and I will keep surprising you every day and make you a surprise of a different kind." So she got fed up and told him, "Okay, I agree that we date, so you rest just from your nagging, nothing more." And after Rami heard those words, he was shocked, not believing himself that he finally achieved his dream and walked telling everyone everywhere, "Finally I dated Yo-Yo," and he kept after Yo-Yo until he took her number, and in classes he kept sending her hearts and love words while she basically could not stand him and just wanted to get away from him, so she blocked him. But he contacted her from another number and kept after her and told her, "Your love made me crazy also." After they finished in the break and she was going to eat, he told her, "Let us go because we will eat together." But she reached her limit with him and told him, "I am telling you we are dating, but we will not do anything of the things couples do. You will go with your friends and I will go with my friends. And if I see your face, I will level it with the asphalt. Do you understand, brother, or not?" So he said, "Come on, we are not brothers here. We are partners. And I am behind you until you agree that we do couple things together. I will take you on the stairs step by step until you fall from the stairs into a hug straight away." So she agreed that they go on a trip together, and they went out and bought many things. And he told her that they want to coordinate outfits and be matchy-matchy, so everyone would know they were a couple. And he also took her to his favorite restaurant, but unfortunately it turned out to be closed. But to compensate her, he made special food for her at home and brought it to her, but she did not want to eat it and gave it to her friends, and they were shocked because his food tasted very beautiful, and they ate and enjoyed it. So she got annoyed, and Rami got annoyed and asked her if they were really dating or what, as she did not care for him. So she got very angry that she was using him and threw to him the necklace that he brought her before and told him not to speak to her again. And when she returned home, she fought with Emi and told her, "You were the reason for all that happened. If you had not helped him from the start, we would not have dated." So she told her, "I did for you a beautiful thing. I was wrong to help you get out of the depression you're in and help you love and be loved instead of being gloomy. And besides, the boy loves you and dies for you and cannot find anyone like you, so you will not find anyone like him." And basically, when she went out, she found him standing waiting for her, trying to hide so she would not see him. And she told him, "Are you stupid? My son, I see you." And found that he did not want to annoy her or bother her, but at the same time wanted to check on her because he worried about her all the time. And she told him she was wrong when she spoke to him in a bad way and apologized to him, saying, "I am sorry because I am not used to this dating thing yet." So he seized the opportunity and told her, "Okay, if you want us to reconcile and be sweet together again and not get upset with each other again, agree that we go on a trip." And she told him, okay. And she informed her friends and he informed his friends, and they agreed to go on a group trip. And he asked Emmy to tip him off about what Yo-Yo would wear so he could wear like her that day and then do what he wanted and be matchy-matchy. But Jimmy arrived wearing like them and ruined everything, but Rami did not care and said, "I will not allow anything to ruin my outing." And they all gathered together, and he thought of a way to hold Yo-Yo's hand. And when he learned she was cooking food, he went to help her. But she treated him in a very cold way, and every time he tried to get close to her, she told him, "Boy, shame on you. The knife is in my hand, and next time it will be in your hand." And she left him to cook and walked away. But what complicated things more was when she made food, and he did not know she was the one who made it and tasted it and found the taste bad, missing salt. So he kept making fun of it. At that time, she arrived and heard him talking with someone, telling them who made this mess. So she got annoyed, very much so. He apologized to her and told her he did not know she made it, and if he knew, he would have eaten it and not given any of them. "One spoon, bless your hands, God. What is all this beauty?" she told him. "After what now? It is already bad and a mess." And she kept ignoring him all the time and went to the forest. So he went after her, apologizing to her and telling her he did not mean anything and he loved her, even if she did not know how to cook. "As I know how and will cook for you." And he reconciled with her, but suddenly while walking, she tripped and her leg twisted. So he decided to carry her, and she told him she was heavy, but he swore she was light on his heart, and indeed he carried her at that same time. Sam went out and went to collect firewood to get warm, and Shushu went with him to help him, trying to get close to him and show him that she liked him. Let us match the friends with each other. But he was not paying attention because he turned out like our hero, unlike Jimmy, who was very focused with Shushu. So we learned that he was the one who liked her, but Shushu liked Sam. And we had a love triangle while our heroes were walking into the forest forest, Rami struggled for his life while carrying her, and indeed his body appeared weak. But despite that, he tried to pull himself together. I will get you there, even if I know I cannot carry. He was about to die from her, until he arrived and checked on her, and then when dinner time came, he did not eat with them, so she went to check on him and found his temperature high. May God help him. She stayed beside him, making him compresses until he was okay. And at that same time, Sam sent to Shushu, telling her that he wanted her for something very urgent and wanted to tell her a secret word. So she went to him happy and thought that he liked her, for example. But he shocked her and told her that Jimmy liked her, but he did not know how to express his feelings because, of course, he gets embarrassed and such. So she was shocked and asked him, meaning it is not you who likes. Mino, no, of course, it is Jimmy, my friend, who likes you. So she fought with him and told him, thanks, I do not like dating nor want to date, and took herself and left. And a day passed, and finally Rami woke up and his health improved a lot, and he found Yo-Yo sitting beside him, so he rejoiced very much and seized the opportunity and thanked her that she was beside him and told her, well, since they already met, they became lovers, and you worry about me and I worry about you, there's nothing to annoy each other again. Meaning if I held your hand, there's no problem. She told him, feel as if you think of getting close to my hand. Just get close like that. And she held his hand and twisted it, and he told her, okay, at least I held my hand. And after that, he did not leave her at all. And they all gathered and went to the karaoke, and Yo-Yo and Rami sang together, and everyone enjoyed until suddenly Shushu told them that she would go down to get something from below. And when she went down, she found two guys harassing her, and one of them tried to take her number against her will. So she got very annoyed and told him to stay away from her. He told her, are you up to the word? You tell me to stay away from you. He was just going to extend his hand on her. Sam arrived telling him, are you a man extending your hand on her in front of me like that? The boy got afraid and told him, what Pasha, my bad. Sam told him, finish the dialogue and walk before I make you miss this hand of yours. And amidst their talk, Sam's ex arrived. And the moment she saw him, she was shocked and asked him, what is your news, Simpson? But he did not reply to her and ignored her. While the second thug guy, we learned that he and Sam knew each other from a long time ago and were colleagues before, and his name was Young. And this boy looked like a troublemaker and annoyed him with talk and told him, do you remember this girl, right? That is Sherry, your lover whom I kidnapped from you. He told him, okay, the past is past and all is gone, and besides, I'm not interested in her originally, so keep her for yourself. So he told him, yes, it is clear like that you look like you forgot the days of the show, even though your father left a mark on you here. So he got angry after he knew that he knew his story. And we learned, my dear viewer, that Sam's father was originally a thug. That is why he and his mother were not safe from his hands. And he thought that Rami was the one who leaked this news because the only one who knew everything about Sam and his family and his truth. And he got very angry that Rami betrayed him and hit Rami. But Rami told him that he did not do anything. And they all saw Sam after he turned 180 degrees. And it appeared that he was nervous and hit Rami without reason. They feared for Rami and took him and walked. And on the way, Shushu asked him who were those and what did they want exactly from Sam. So he told her that they were Sam's old colleagues. So she asked him, well, what is the relationship of Sam's family with the wound on his face that he always hides? So he told her that wound was from him and his father did not do anything, and he steered away from the subject. And after what happened, Sam did not go to school for a week. No one knew how to reach him again, and they all worried about him. So Rami called his mother and asked her. She told him that he was still at school, so he knew that he was lying to his mother every day and going out, and no one knew where he was going. He feared he might have returned to gather with his old group or did something to himself and went to look for him. Shushu went after him immediately, telling him, explain to me what is happening exactly to Sam. Who is this person, and what does he want from Sam, and why was he absent from school this period? And got angry at him so strongly like that. So he got tense and did not know whether to tell her the truth or do what. So they went and asked Kento. He told them that he just moved 2 years ago and did not know anything about these subjects, guys. Jimmy told them, I will tell you everything. Look, guys, before this, they were friends. The three of them only Sam, and Jimmy and Rami them only, and suddenly problems happened to Sam, and his psychological state was very bad, and he joined Young's gang, and they bullied all the kids in the school, among them, of course, Rami, who was always trying to bring Sam back to his senses and told him that what he was doing was wrong. This is not your nature, nor is this your style and your life, reminding him that his mother was kind and did not deserve all this from him. Young was always like the devil, sitting whispering in his ear, telling him, do not listen to him. He is a weak and foolish kid, and if you became weak like him, we would crush you. Even also when Sam fell in love and got to know a nice girl and loved her, who was Sherry, he dated her, and Young put her in his head and kept after them until he ruined their relationship and said that Sherry was not good and turned them against each other. And when went to Sherry behind Sam's back and kept telling her, "This boy is not good and a ladies' man and talks about you in a bad way." And Rami, of course, was seeing all this before his eyes, not knowing what to do nor how to try to make things easier for his friend. But he kept explaining the subject to him, kept letting him know that Young is bad. And the only thing that happened was that he indeed knew his truth after he broke up with Sherry Young, dated her. So after that, he moved away from this gang and left it. And from that time, Young put him in his head, and every time he saw him in a place, he made problems with him, wanting to drag him to the gang again and return to bullying the poor, helpless people. But Rami stood up to them, and always, every time Sam got weak, he reminded him of what happened, and that Young was not a good person, and his mother did not deserve that from him, and that he would become a not good human after what happened. Yo-Yo pitied Rami because he was being bullied by his best friend. While Rami could not take it anymore and walked away at that time, he found Young coming behind him, trying to make him join his team and return as a bully like old times and turn him into Sami, the thug, and bully the weak. But he found no reply and knew that it was impossible he would do that. So he told them, okay, Sam must now know the truth about his father, that he was meaning an addict one day, and once his hand went and came on his mother at that time. Sam returned from school, saw what happened, went to help his father, got angry, and his hand went and came on him too. And because of that, his head got injured. Since then, unfortunately, he stopped going to school for 3 months because his father got imprisoned, and also he was going to be imprisoned with him because he tried to extend his hand and attack his father. And of course, since then, Sam feared the subject would spread and someone in the school would know and call him a criminal. So he asked Rami not to mention it to anyone at all. But what he did not know was that on that day, there was someone else coming to check on him, one from Young's gang named Kimo, who saw what happened with Sam's father, and that Sam also wanted to hit him, and went and reported everything to Young, and everyone knew the truth. And he was happy because he turned them against each other and made Sam hate Rami. But Rami told him that he did not care, and whatever happened, he still would not join him, nor speak and say anything concerning Sam, even if you buried me in my place. Young got angry and started beating, but Yo-Yo arrived at the last moment and asked him, "Well, before you extend your hand on him, did you ask about his lover, who she is?" and gave him a respectable slap. And Young went crazy. Like that, "I will break the bones of your face today." He was just going to hit her. But Rami told him, "If you are a man, extend your hand on her." Of course, because Rami was weak, he rained blows on him and was going to break his face bones literally if people had not intervened and saved Rami at the last moment. But unfortunately, after Young literally finished him, Yo-Yo took him home and treated him. Then she went to Sam and told him, "I'm coming here to reconcile you with Rami." He told her, "I will impossible reconcile with one who betrayed me and betrayed the secret between us, one like you, like that. A liar, and deceived me and told my secrets and revealed my house secret to people." She said, "Supposedly you know that. Rami would never do that. And how much he loves you, and 10 years more than 10 years friends?" He asked her, yes, meaning what do you want? Anyway, she told him that it was not Rami who said anything. Kimo told, because on that day he was coming to check on you and saw what happened, and went and told young Sam was shocked after he knew the truth and that he was unjust to Rami, his lifelong friend, and told them anyway, "It is done, everything is ruined, and by now he sees me as a bad person, a bully person." She told him that they all forgave him and wanted him to return to school, and he learned also about everything and Rami's place, so he went to him and they both reconciled finally, and finally everything was resolved, and they rejoiced and celebrated. But oh, joy, that was not complete. The exam season came, and they were all squeezed the squeeze of dogs and gathered to study together. So when Yo-Yo knew, she told them she had something important she would do alone. But when they went out to buy something to drink, for example, they were shocked when they found her standing with a strange young man. Yes, my dear viewer, do not be surprised. They were surprised. Who is this meaning, and why is she talking to him, and why did she not want us to know who this young man is? But they did not care, so not to make problems, and exams were close. And anyway, when the result came out, Rami got a high score, and they all rejoiced for him because they had lost hope in him and his state. So they decided that they would reward himself and would reward him, and he went out with Yo-Yo, and after that they went to the amusement park, and it was the best outing in his life, especially since he was with the person he loved, and Yo-Yo also enjoyed very much her time while Shushu and the group gathered all together, thinking how to bring up the subject to Rami and say that they saw Yo-Yo with a strange young man. Shushu remained silent, so they suspected that she knew something, and they asked her if there was anything between her and this young man, and maybe she was cheating on Rami. So she told them, "No, I am innocent. I do not know anything like you think," because that was her ex, and they learned that she was dating before and that she indeed had a love, but it was a failed relationship because he cheated on her, and we do not know now what brought opposites together or why why she looks at her ex, so Sam told them no one should mention anything to Rami until they made sure that Yo-Yo was innocent and had no relationship with the ex. But actually Rami arrived at that time and heard everything and knew everything and decided that he would watch Yo-Yo, and they all gathered. And he waited until she went out to the garden for this young man and went after her, and was shocked when he discovered that the person with Yo-Yo was Jimmy himself, his friend, the owner of the cyber cafe where he played PlayStation, and from whom he used to take advice to date her. And of course, Rami knew that Jimmy was a player who liked to date 50 girls at the same time. At that same time, he feared he might have convinced her that he loved her and returned to her again to use her and Rami. Knew that he was basically dating other girls, and Rami got very annoyed and angry and could not bear seeing them together and ran and went to. Sam and Shushu were behind him, all wanting to check on him, while Kim and Mimi and Jimmy remained standing. And when they saw Jimmy trying to use her and get close to her, they got very angry and went to stop him, and took Yo-Yo and walked away at that time. Shushu took her aside and asked her frankly what her relationship with Jimmy was and why she met him again, so she told them the truth, that Jimmy called her a month ago and told her he had a dangerous disease and was about to die, and wanted to compensate her for the old days when they were dating, and he was always cruel to her. So I know that he is dying, and I decided to grant him his last wish, so I go out with him, but there are no feelings between me and him, nor will I return to him. So Rami rejoiced and felt reassured meaning, and Yo-Yo decided to go speak with him before he misunderstood. And the next day she went to school and was just talking with him when he told her that he trusted her and knew it was impossible she would cheat on him, and did not want to pressure her and would leave her be until she came to tell him about her relationship with Jimmy and why she met him. So she rejoiced very much because she thought he would understand wrong and would hate her, and she confirmed now truly that she loved the right person who would remain with her and would love her and always understand her feelings. But while they were going out, she suddenly saw Jimmy in front of her and knew that he was waiting for her, and he saw her with Rami and told her, "So you left me and all this for the sake of this wretch?" But Rami got angry and took her and walked away, and Jimmy went after her, calling her, saying we agreed on a date. So she told him that she would go with him at that time. Rami got annoyed and told her it cannot be like this, either me or Jimmy. So she got angry and told him Jimmy, and moved away from him and walked. And he was not believing himself, asking her, "Who is this, that you leave me and go to him to the degree that you want to break up with me after all I did, because it is as if you were refusing to tell him the truth." And she told him that Jimmy was her lover in high school and was the only person who cared about her after she was an outcast from everyone around her, and he used to help her and was handsome and all the girls loved him, but he left them all and loved me. So my heart got attached to him, and we remained dating for 3 years until we broke up. And she told him the reason was that once he told her he was traveling, but her sister saw him with a girl, and when she confronted him, he told her she was his cousin, meaning there was nothing going on and he was dropping her off. But she caught him red-handed with her and asked, "What is your cousin doing?" Doing what? Here in our school. So she told her cousin what we are dating, and she was shocked by Jimmy and knew that he was a cheating player and was dating her only because he felt pity towards her, because he made her attached to him. But in truth, he did not love her and was using her, and she was the stupid one, and I allowed him that. So he told her, "Yes, still I did not understand. What is your relationship with him now?" She told him that Jimmy was already bidding farewell to life and had a malignant disease, and the last wish in his life was to spend his days with me, and for the sake of the bread and salt between us, he was one day also my lover and a person dear to me. So I decided to grant him his wish and stay with him. But he told her that Jimmy was lying to her and was not sick or anything, and it was clear he discovered that she had already gotten over him. So he wanted to return to play with her again because he was trash, and if she did not believe, she could go confront him with the truth. He left her and walked away after she broke his heart, and he told her the truth. And when she went to tell Shushu and Mimi, both told her that she must stop meeting Jimmy, and it was wrong to suffer for his sake because he was the one who cheated on her enough that he broke your heart. They told her, "Go to him and cut your relationship with him and stay away from Jimmy." And Rami went to fight with Jimmy and told him, "If you got close to her again, I will hurt you. I will erase you from the face of the earth." But this time she decided to confront him and told him that she was only going out with him because she felt guilt, but discovered that she had no reason to feel guilt, and asked him frankly if he was lying to her and truly did not have any disease. He told her that he would answer her on condition that she play with him, and she was about to play when Rami came and challenged Jimmy and told him that he would play in her place, and if you lost in front of me and I beat you, you will leave Yo-Yo alone and not appear in her life again. He told him he agreed because he knew Rami was essentially bad at the game and he would beat him easily. So they both played together, and Jimmy kept, scoring many goals while Rami did not score a single goal. But despite that, Rami still did not surrender and told him that he would not allow him so easily to enter Yo-Yo's life and destroy it again because he was a trash human and was using the fact that she was kind. So the two started to fight with each other. Did his friends silence him? No, of course, they also went down to fight for the sake of their friend, and it turned into a battle, and they beat them one by one terrifically. And Rami seized what was happening and went to score a goal and thus won the bet, and Jimmy would not be able to get close to Yo-Yo again, other than that he also owed an apology, so he confessed the truth to her. So Jimmy went and took her and told her that he lied to her because he discovered after her that there was not a single girl he loved, and all the girls he knew were girls who wanted to benefit from him, and she was the only one who loved him without return, and he could not forget her, so she said, meaning she also loved him, but she discovered that this love was a teenage love. There she was attached to him only because she was an outcast and had no friends, but Rami was her true love, and she asked him not to appear in her life again, because finally from today she became dating another person and did not want to see him again. And finally she let out everything in her heart and left him standing like the wall behind him and walked looking for Rami, and knew that he got on the bus and was going home. So she got on with him, and at that time, before she could catch up to apologize to him, he was the one who apologized to her for his style, that he fought with her, and she got angry, and he promised her that he would not repeat this mistake again, but begged her never to leave him. And suddenly he found her crying and telling him that she loved him and was wrong when she told him she wanted to break up with him. And with time she discovered that he was her true love, and she could not stay away from him at all, and promised him that she would not communicate with Jimmy again, and everything ended between them, but he should not leave her. So he said, I will never leave you, basically, and will stay on your heart like this. And they both reconciled finally, and for the first time Yo-Yo expressed her feelings and counted the days, and her birthday came, and Rami threw her a big birthday party and decided to sing for her, my dear viewer, and we all know our friend's voice in singing is deafening. She told him, enough, please do not joke. And they planned for their future life after they graduate from college, and they will marry and have children and stay together forever. And the most important thing for them is never to forget Movies Room channel, to give it a like and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so they receive immediately everything new firsthand, because that is what will give them patience until they graduate, and thus ends the story of their story. And best evening to you, my dear viewer. Goodbye.